welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Folake Agobiade, aka the Customer Seductress. Yes, that's me. If this is your first time bumping into this channel, do me a quick favor. Look below, there's a button. It says subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Click on it. And make sure you click the bell sign so that you can get a notification every single time I upload a new video. Thank you for dropping by. We're so happy to have you here. If you're a frequent returner to this channel, thank you for always watching every single video we put here. A shout out to you! Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Like, give me my thumbs up, comment, and share with your family and friends. Today we'll be talking about a topic I am very passionate about because of the current times that we're living in. So I'm going to need you to stay with me and follow me through some of the things I'll be talking about today. We'll be talking about failing forward. Yes, failing forward intelligently. We're in a time and place where the world is experiencing an unprecedented amount of failing ventures. Businesses are closing down, employees are losing their jobs, people are, dipping into their savings, all because of a pandemic that we didn't plan for. Now, if we don't put in perspective what we're going through, we can discountenance 2020 as a year of no productivity, when we should take it as a learning curve for failing forward. So, let's put failure in perspective as we examine the topic of today. Number one, you as a person, you're not a failure, because failure is actually a state of mind. I repeat, you are not a failure. Because you lost that job, you lost that contract, you lost that business, you failed at some certain things, that doesn't make you a failure. It is a state of mind. Have that at the back of your mind. Secondly, take responsibility for what you have control over. And one of those things you have control over is how you have allowed the things that happen to you affect you. Yes, you can actually manage how the occurrences of 2020 affect you. Thirdly, when you have a vision or goal in mind, you can put failure in perspective. Yes. What is your vision? What is your end goal? When other people around you think you are failing, you are not failing, because you are the architect of your own life. You know where you want to end up. Like I always like to say, I have a friend who drives a budget car, but lives in her own house and has uninterrupted power supply by solar. And that solar opportunity costs more than a luxury car. For her, she needs productivity above driving a budget car. So don't let other people determine what success is. Have a goal, have a vision, and let it drive your success. Fourthly, there are always uncertainties when you try something new. Don't forget that. And lastly, most times the difference between success and failure is consistency. Every single person you are motivated and inspired by failed along the way. The difference is they didn't quit. They kept going and failing forward intelligently. Go and check every success story you know. If they are going to take you through that process, they must have failed. Failure is a part of life, especially when you are going to take risks. You need to have that at the back of your mind. So, how do you fail forward? To fail forward simply means to be purposeful and deliberately using failure to find success. It's a conscious process. You can't do it unconsciously. And it requires that you first of all give up your need to be perfect. Life is perfectly imperfect. We as human beings are also imperfect. So why do you think every single thing you do is gonna be perfect? It's impossible. You need to give up that need to always achieve perfection. Yes, you must strive for perfection, but there are times when you won't meet up. Don't beat yourself about it. Because if you like to always stay in perfection, what you have is that you limit your ability to grow and you stay in your comfort zone. Yes, when you stay in your comfort zone, you don't grow. You don't take healthy risks because there are risks that are healthy for you to take. And you limit the power of divinity over every single thing you do. Secondly, still on failing forward. This doesn't mean you shouldn't be prepared or anticipate challenges. You must. Or access risks. You must do that. To the contrary, the basis for failing forward is to get better at mitigating risks. And at the same time, not holding ourselves back. To fail forward, we must do something new. We must try something new. Something we want, or even sometimes something we're afraid to do. When we step out there, we must approach life with a can-do spirit. Try it and see what happens. And it will surprise you what will come out of every new venture that you try when you have calculated your risk. I have personally experienced great rewards every time I have taken both personal and professional calculated risks. I also know that the will of God will not take me where His grace will not keep me. If you're a person of faith, you will realize that there is an ability to soar above certain things in life. If you push past your fear, if you ask me, is a limiting factor. So push past your fear and fail forward, because sometimes you will need to fail to become successful. So let me give you 6 tips quickly on failing forward. Number 1, focus on your strengths. I don't understand why you would invest so much time wallowing in your flaws or in your weaknesses and trying to be better only at your weaknesses at the exclusion of investing in your strengths. There's something in you that you do very well. Why don't you position your strength in a way whereby you lower your rate of failure? Yes, when you are doing what you know how to do with calculated risk, you will lower your rate of weakness. Even when you are building your weakness, build your strengths and showcase them to the world. Be diligent with finding expression with your strengths in your career, in your business, and in your enterprise. Number 2, have no regrets. Life is too short to live on regrets. We'll all die someday, I promise you. But won't it be a great tragedy if, because of regrets, your best ideas die with you? You don't try them out. Or worse off, you leave the earth regretting that you never became everything life had to offer you. I evaluate every day and I make it count. I make sure I do my best to calculate my risks, but I also make sure that I step out of my comfort zone and do the impossible and watch life bring its goodness towards me. So, very importantly, have no regrets. I always say, if things go bad, it's not your fault. I don't blame anybody. I took a risk and I take responsibility for the risks that I took. So, have no regrets. Number 3, don't be a victim. Be a strategist. Yes. When you try something new and it doesn't work, it's easy to adopt a, woe betide me, oh, what is this? Kind of attitude. And this will not help you move forward. You have to strategically correct your mistakes. Review what went wrong and get systems in place to prevent those errors from happening again. Have a team of advisors, trusted advisors, who can help you look at your strategy, impute in your strategy, and spend your time fine-tuning your strategies so that you fail forward intelligently. You don't have those kind of failures anymore because you have done the necessary work to prevent it for future occurrences. Number 4, approach every day as a classroom. Yes, we're still going to school. We're in the school of life. Every day is a school day. What that means is that there are lessons to be learned. And failure is one of your greatest teachers. If you have not experienced failure, you can't know what it means to be successful. Yes. You have to be open to every experience and opportunity to learn something new. The faster and harder you fail, the less and less afraid you would be, because you will come out on the other side stronger and better equipped to handle such situations. Number 5, regain control. Take charge, take control. Believe it or not, 100% of the control of our feelings, not 50%, not 75%, but 100% of the control over our thoughts and feelings are in our hands. I'm a psychologist, so I can prove that to you. Most of the time, we don't use that power. Instead, we're held hostage by doubts and negative feelings and fears. Take your control back. Hello? I needed to scream. Take it back. You have the power. You can train yourself to eliminate negative feelings, negative thoughts, and replace them with positive thoughts that generate good vibes. For some of us, because of our temperament, it's a bit difficult. You might need to get help. You might need to get a therapist. You might need to have someone you talk to. You might need to have a mentor. You might need to have an accountability partner that would help you get your good vibes back. We attract what we need to heal when we keep ourselves in a positive light. Forget the bad things. Take control of yourself and realize that sometimes we don't have control over some of the things that happen in our lives. COVID-19, for instance. Take control and take charge of your life. Number 6, and my final point for today, face your fears. This may sound scary, but if you want true freedom in life and control of your own life, you must face every fear you have. Yes, most fears are irrational and based on your ego need to be in control. You don't like to lose control. But guess what? In your weakness, strength is being made perfect. Strength is perfected from a place of weakness. So face your fears. Take your control back and move on in peace. Failure is part of life. If you are not failing, you are not giving it your all. Hello. Redefine failure and use it to fail forward. Lastly for today, it is nearly impossible for you as a person to fail forward if you feel you are a failure. Almost impossible. So you need to eliminate that mindset that you are a failure. It's just a state of mind. It can be fixed. You can see yourself from the perspective of your goal, your end in mind. For those who have been downsized, who have been let go, who have had business collapse, the temptation to internalize this failure is huge. My hope and my prayer is that everyone who has suffered a setback recently will be able to understand and separate life's unfortunate events from their self-worth. Failure happens, but your response to failure determines whether or not you have the key to your future. I hope I've been able to help you understand how to fail forward today intelligently. If you've not subscribed to this channel, look below. There's a red button. Don't leave here without not subscribing. I believe we've been able to deliver some value to you today. So please give me my thumbs up sign. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up for this video. Every single one who watches it, give us a thumbs up. Thank you. And Till I come into your faces sometime soon, it's your girl, Folake Agumbiade, aka the Customer Seductress. I'm out.